Right, everyone's favorite plane that they've been talking about for the past like 3 or 4 days now, the Flapjack. Did I say Flapjack? I meant the pancake. Right, this thing right here. What's it called? Flying saucer, pancake, or something? What was it? Oh my god. It's the flying Flapjack. Oh my god, it's actually called Flapjack. I just thought pancake. I got it right the first time. Anyways, though, a lot of people talking about this plane. So is this plane good, worth making or whatever? Basically, if you guys have Sea Hornets or Tigercats, it's basically the same thing. This one has a little bit more health compared to other planes by like 40 health, but it's much slower compared to the other fighters. So in this scenario, let's go ahead and look at the stats. So if you guys go look at bomb ordnance, it's right here. 36 damage, fire rate 1.06. The two 1000 bombs, 165 with a modifier of 80, 95, and 115. It's the same thing as Tigercats. 36, 1.06 weight on the fire rate, 165 on the damage, 80, 95, and 115, just like the Tigercats. So, and Sea Hornets, because they say the same thing. So, is this plane worth making? Overall, though, I think it's cheaper to make compared to the Tigercats because you go right here, but you do have to make, well, getting a Hellcat's like not that bad, but you do have to get the other stuff like cost circuit boards. This also costs circuit boards, like one less circuit board, so I guess it's kind of cheap, but it uses ordnance. Now here's the thing, these don't use ordnance, so you can just use the planes or whatever. But after the recent update with the 457 MKA being added, you want to use these to upgrade into tier 3 ordnance, or yeah, tier 3 ordnance to make the 457. So using these for the Flapjack isn't really worth it. Not to mention it's much slower, which means it's much more difficult to get into those timings with Helena, as well as those short fights where it's like 80, 90 seconds or whatever. I'm really not a big fan of using slower planes by all means. It's much more difficult to get into those tight scenarios where you want to use more damage. Whereas if you have a faster plane, you can play around with it more. Like say you want more damage on, you want to make it a little bit slower for more damage, toss in a 10 right over Helldiver. The slower a plane is, the much less leeway it has to be worked with. So I'm just not a fan of how slow this plane is compared to the Tigercat, which is 0.19 seconds faster. And let's not get started with the Sea Hornets right here, which is 13.18. It's much slower, but about the same thing, honestly. It's actually not that slower. I think it's faster, honestly. Actually, no, it's not. Actually, no. At plus 10, it's faster. Right here, it's not, but plus 10 is much faster, though. I knew this plane was slow, so my mistake there. Anyways, though, overall, I don't recommend making this because you really want to have those tier 2 ordnance to make MKAs for the 457s. So overall, I definitely don't want to recommend making this fighter at all. It has decent damage, but you have Tigercats, Sea Hornets, and you can farm Sea Hornets in the last event, which for HMS or the Vanguard's event. So not really the best plane to make here. I'm gonna have to give it a pass. But if you guys want to make one though, because it looks like Charybdis from Slime Isekai, by all means go ahead and do it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next one.